Hey, Liam, are you going to be coming home? Please come back. I'm sorry that we had a fight, but that doesn't mean you should storm out of the house. I haven't called the police yet, but you've been gone for 3 days now. The least you could do is respond to me.
Is this Liam's wife? This is actually perfect. I have some things we should talk about. It's about your husband, actually.
Excuse me? Yes, this is his wife. And just who is this? Are you telling me that I'm not talking to Liam right now?
No, I'm afraid you're not. You see, your husband is in quite a bit of debt, and we're what you might call his bank. Your husband is actually here with us right now. But we've decided to hold on to his phone for now.
My husband is in debt. I'm sorry, I don't think that I'm quite following you.
Oh, you mean you didn't know about all the money that your husband owed? Yes, I'm afraid he borrowed a large sum of money from us about a year ago.
I had no idea about any of this at all. This is the first that I'm hearing of it.
Well, it's been over a year since he borrowed from us, and he still hasn't paid us back, see? So we called your husband into our office to chat with us directly. Although it doesn't appear that he's going to be able to pay us back anytime soon. And it would be bad business on our part not to try and work something out.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm terribly sorry about all of this. You see, Liam actually switched jobs recently and doesn't make as much as he used to.
Yes, he's told us as much. But I'm afraid that we're not a charity and we can't wait for your husband any longer. I don't suppose you could help pay off his debts?
Sorry, are you asking me for money to help pay back what my husband borrowed from you?
That's right. And I would think hard about your answer. If we don't get our money, then we can't guarantee your husband's safety. You see, we're a rather strict bank and shouldn't be confused with a normal one. We have agents and branches all over the world. There's nowhere you can go to try and hide from us.
And just what in the world was my husband doing borrowing money from people like you in the first place?
Well, that is something you'll have to ask him yourself. But the facts of the matter are that he signed a contract with us, and now it's time for him to pay us back.
I see. Well, then I can pay for him. I'll take responsibility for his debts.
Wait, really? You will?
Oh yes, of course. No problem there at all.
I see. Well, there's just one condition to all of this. You can't tell the police a word about any of this conversation, do you understand? I mean, even if you did try to tell the cops about this, they would never be able to catch us anyways. But we don't need all that attention on ourselves. And what's more, if we find out that you have gone to the police, it's going to mean serious trouble for your husband.
I understand.
And you aren't allowed to tell anyone else about this either. We wouldn't want them getting worried and calling the police, right? I don't care if you have to borrow money to pay us back, but nobody's allowed to find out about the predicament your husband is in.
Yes, of course. I understand. I won't tell anyone.
Excellent. In that case, we will give you a couple days to get all the money ready for us.
But you haven't even told me how much money it is that Liam owes you.
Your husband, Liam, owes us $50,000.
You're kidding me. How could he be so deep into debt?
And if you don't have the money ready for us in 2 days, then your husband is never going to go back home again.
Don't worry. I promise to get the money for you in time. Just please don't do anything to my husband.
You mean you'll really do this for him? Your husband means that much to you?
Of course. It's a matter of money, then I'll pay anything to save my husband. I know that he can be a bit irresponsible and rash at times, but deep down, he really is a good person.
Well, I think he's rather lucky to have a wife like you. He would be in deep, deep trouble if not for you. Anyways, make sure you have the money in a few days. Got it? Hello there. I was just wondering about how gathering the money is going. You know that we're going to collect it from you tomorrow, right?
Yes, I understand. And I should be able to get them on the money before then.
Are you sure about that? You'll really be able to get all of it?
Yes, I promise that I'll have every single penny of it ready for you by tomorrow.
Well, let's certainly hope so, because if you're even a penny short, then you know what's going to happen to your poor husband, don't you? By the way, I'm just curious. How are you going to collect all that money in time anyways?
Well, you see, before Liam and I were married, I had actually already saved up quite a bit of money for myself. I was going to sell some of my things to make up for the difference.
And you really have enough things to sell to get enough money for him?
It isn't going to be easy for me, but I was going to sell my mother's old wedding ring. I know that it's not that expensive, but it's worth something.
Very interesting. Well, I am sure that your husband will be so grateful to hear about the sacrifices you're making for him.
And you really will let my husband go if I pay you the money that you're asking for, right? How can I even know that he's safe right now? Can I hear his voice?
I'm afraid we can't allow that to happen.
But why not? I just want to know if my husband is safe. Can't you at least show me some proof that he really is okay?
You don't need to worry about that one bit. Just know that when you give us the money tomorrow, that we will release your husband. The only thing you should be thinking about is making sure that you get all the money that we're asking you for.
Of course. I completely understand. Would you mind telling me about where I should be sending the money for this?
You're not going to be sending the money anywhere. You're going to meet us at the secure location and you're going to hand over the money to us like that.
You mean we're going to meet face to face and I'm going to directly hand over the money?
No. Nothing like that. We're going to send you to a train station and you're going to leave the money in a locker there. Once you put the money in the locker, just tell us what you set the passcode to. I'll tell you what station you're going to tomorrow. Do you understand?
Do we really have to go through all of that just for me to pay you the money?
I'm sorry that you don't like it, but this is just the way we do things with our firm. I take it that you don't have any issue with that?
No, I don't have any issue with that at all. I guess I'm just a bit surprised at such a complicated way to hand over the money.
Well, it's like we said earlier, we're a special kind of lender, and we have to work a bit more in the dark than your usual sources of loans. But I'm not surprised that you've never done anything like this at all. It's a shame that your husband sucked you into all of this.
I see. Well, I guess I have to do what I have to do, don't I?
That's right. And you better be at the station that I tell you tomorrow at 2 in the afternoon with the money. You're a minute or even a second later at all, it's the end for your husband.
I understand. May I ask one more question before tomorrow?
And just what might that one question be?
Well, it's just that you said yourself that you're a rather large organization with branches all over the world, yes? So, do you always do things like this? I mean, are you always kidnapping husbands and making their wives save them like this?
Well, I suppose that depends on whether or not those that we lend money to pay us back or not. But other time, we've gone to the families to ask them to pay. And some families do pay and can save their husbands or fathers. And others aren't so lucky. So don't think that we're pretending.
I see. I understand completely. Thank you.
Anyways, be on the lookout for our message with that train station tomorrow. Are you there, Trish? I'd like to know what you think you're doing. You know that we still haven't been paid back, yes? And it's been 2 days since you were supposed to drop off the money.
Oh, yes. That's right. I'm not going to pay anything.
Wait a second. We've been trying to contact you for days since then. Why have you been ignoring us until now? You do realize what your actions have caused, right? Your husband is never ever going to come back home. You won't even know if he's alive. Are you sure about this?
Yeah, that's fine, actually. You can do whatever you want to him.
Wait. You mean you don't even want to help him anymore?
Yeah, I don't really think I'm going to anymore. You can just do whatever.
But, wait, hold on a second. You were willing to pay up until 3 days ago. What happened?
Well, I changed my mind. These things happen, you know.
This is your husband that we're talking about. You just changed your mind like that? Is this some kind of joke? You know that we're real bad guys, right? And if we don't get our money back, we get violent.
Right. But it was my husband who borrowed the money. So go be violent to him.
What kind of wife are you? Don't you feel bad for your husband at all?
Look, it was my husband who borrowed money from you. I've been thinking, and I don't get why I should have to pay off his debts. He borrowed the money, so he should face the consequences.
How can you say that? I'm threatening to kill your husband and you don't even care.
Nah, actually, I was thinking about divorcing him, honestly. Do what you want with him.
And you don't think that you're gonna regret this for the rest of your life? Because if you don't pay, then things are gonna happen that can't be undone.
Sorry. What makes you think that I would feel guilty about this at all?
Because you weren't able to save your husband.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, that's fine. I promise you, I won't feel an ounce of guilt.
But you're his wife. You're supposed to want to rescue him. If you're not gonna pay us, then we'll make you pay us.
You mean you're going to kidnap me like you did Liam?
Oh, it won't just be kidnapping. It'll be much, much worse for you.
Yeah, I still don't think that I'm going to pay.
But why not? You should pay. Pay us right now.
You know, the whole gangster character really falls apart when you get mad.
You think this is an act? You think that I'm joking with you? Don't you mess with us.
Yeah, no. This whole thing is so silly. Just give it up already, will you, Liam?
Excuse me? What are you talking about? You think that I'm your husband, Liam?
I mean, that's the only explanation that makes sense for all of this. I just wasn't buying the act anymore.
You need to be taking this more seriously. Your real husband's life is at stake here. Why don't you get how serious this is?
Why are you still trying to pass off as a scary gangster with this act? I've already figured it out. It just didn't seem right, and I finally figured out why.
What are you talking about? What didn't seem right about what I've been telling you?
I mean, come on. You're telling me that you've been kidnapped by an international criminal organization? Not only that, well, you were supposed to pick up my money from a train station? Do you have any idea how many cameras there would be? You should have just opened up a fake bank account where I'd send the money.
Shut up! You don't know what you're talking about at all.
But the biggest thing was, why would such a huge organization risk being revealed for such little money? And just why would you be borrowing money from these people in the first place? Why not just go to a normal bank? This whole thing seems like it was written by a kid who had seen one too many spy movies.
Okay, you caught me. It really is Liam, and I'm sorry for fooling you.
And you were lying to me this whole time, weren't you? How could I have let myself be fooled? It's a good thing that I put all of this together before I sold any of my things.
But I really was telling the truth about all that money that I owe. And I really did borrow money from a bank, but for much less.
Liam, do you remember that we had a fight before you left the house, right? I thought that you were never going to come back, but I didn't think that you'd do something as silly as this.
Well, I really was thinking of going and never coming back. Then I got worried about my debt. And I was still so upset about our fight, and well, I guess I just thought to try and use those feelings while I still had them.
And just then, what were you going to do? Make me pay you and then disappear? You're just the worst. You're lower than lower. You're scum.
Oh, come on. I didn't have any choice in this at all. I really needed that money. Don't you get that?
Where even are you right now?
I'm in a hotel. But I'm not going to tell which hotel I'm at.
You tell me where you are right now, Liam. There's nothing to worry about. It's not like I'm going to drag you back. I mean, I really don't care at all about what you do with your life. Just divorce me properly first.
No, you can't leave me. I don't even have money to pay for this hotel. I need to have a home to come back to.
Yeah, I imagine it wasn't cheap pretending to be kidnapped. Is that why you needed all that money? You really are just a piece of trash. Do you know that?
I was just really mad at you, okay? I just want to make you pay a little is all.
Do you remember what we fought about? I told you that despite me working all the time, you were hardly working at all. Not only that, but you took a huge pay cut, and I felt like I was making up for your choices.
But I really am trying to get more hours. It's just that the temp agency doesn't have much work right now.
You are such a liar. I know that all you do is spend time playing on your phone. I don't want you coming back here at all. I don't even want to see your face. I just want you to sign the divorce papers. I'll send you some money if you do.
Really? You will? Do you think you could send me $10,000?
Oh, yeah, sure. I can do that. Just as soon as the divorce gets processed and is all official.
Great! I'll go get the proper forms, sign them, and send them to the house right away. Hey there. Did you get the divorce forms?
Yep, I got them. Took them to the courthouse and they've been processed. Now we are officially divorced and you are officially nothing to me.
Well then, where is my money? Hurry up and send it to me.
I actually already sent the money to that person.
That person? What is that supposed to mean? You're supposed to be sending me the money to me. Who did you send the money to?
The hotel where you've been staying. I tracked down the address on the envelope that you sent the papers in. Why did you think I insisted that you send it all through the mail to me? You really are a sucker, do you know that? Anyways, now that you and I are divorced, I really don't see any point in sending you any money.
So, you mean you just lied to me?
I wouldn't say I lied to you so much as I changed my mind, really. But don't worry, I sent someone special just for you.
What do you mean? Who did you send here? Why are you doing this to me?
Oh, calm down, Liam. I only sent your dad.
Why would you tell my dad about this? What were you thinking? What's the matter with you?
I really don't get why you're so freaked out about this. It couldn't have anything to do with your dad being a black belt in karate, right? Or the fact that he's really pissed about what you tried to pull on me.
Why do you think I'm scared of him? And now you're telling me that he knows where I am right now?
That's right. And I doubt that he's going to let you escape before talking to him. Anyways, it sounds like you two have a lot of catching up to do, so I'll just leave you to it. Have a nice life, Liam.
Wait, no, you can't do this to me. Please, Trish, don't just leave me like this. I'm begging you.
After that, I heard that Liam tried to escape from the hotel, but was caught by his dad in the lobby. Apparently, his dad had even brought along Liam's mom as well. I heard that his dad practically drug Liam out of the hotel lobby and smacked some sense into him. Later, his parents even sent me some money as a way to apologize for their son's actions. I used that money to move out of the house where I lived with Liam and into a condo for myself. As for Liam, I heard that his parents forced him to live with them and work in a local factory until he paid off his debt. Although, I honestly have to say that I have hardly thought at all about Liam since all of this happened between us. I've been too busy enjoying the single life. I got some inspiration from Liam's international gangster storyline and thought that I would save up my money to travel all over the world. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Harmony, I just finished up work, so I'll be coming home now. Did you make dinner for me?
Hello, Duncan. I just finished making dinner a few hours ago, so it's ready to eat when you come home. Will you eat it right when you come through the door?
I think so. Did Kyle already finish all his dinner?
He did. I made sure this time. He and I ate right after I finished cooking. Did you want to eat with him or something?
No, actually. I don't want to see Kyle's face right now, so that's good he ate dinner already. When I get home, tell that boy not to come out of his room at all.
Hey, why are you being so rash right now? I'm sure you're a little upset right now about him having failed his last test, but it's not the end of the world. I'm sure he already knows as well that he messed up, so you don't have to make him feel any worse about it.
Well, he made me feel bad. All of that time spent helping him study was for what? I can't believe after a whole year of being in that school with my help, he failed that freaking test. How dare he? I want all that time I spent teaching him back now.
Would you stop talking like that? He is your son, and he tried his very best. And you yourself were telling him that it's not a big deal if he passed that test or not, right? Now you're going to get all angry about it as though you were lying to him that whole time?
It doesn't matter if that test meant much, because he failed it. My family has all been known for being very well educated. I myself made it through grade school with straight A's, and then went on to a very prestigious university. And you went there as well, right? I will not have the son of two very well intelligent and educated people like us fail any test. I said that the test wasn't that important, but I did not say that he can fail it that badly. He shouldn't have failed it at all. Are you going to tell me that you forgave him for what he did?
I really don't want to have to bring this up to you, but the reason that Kyle failed that test was because of you. You have no right to be ignoring what you did and blaming him for everything.
Huh? Why was that my fault? No matter how you look at it, it's the boy's fault.
And it's that reason right there, because you always have to blame someone for everything that Kyle did not pass the test. I get that it was his last test of the year, but you were pushing him so hard, having him study every single night for 2 to 3 hours straight. That looked more like you bullying the poor kid than anything else.
I did all of that for his sake. And well, I never thought that he was that much of an idiot though. I will apologize for not realizing that about him sooner. Ha ha ha.
Do you have any idea how many times you made your son cry by forcing him to study like that all the time? You never let him go out to see any of his friends. That kid has been studying for pretty much 1 whole year for a test that literally did not matter because his grades were already fine. And the other thing that's really not okay here is that he's only a 6th grader. Who really cares about his grades when he's in elementary school?
I told you that was all for his sake. If he doesn't start to become perfect now, then he's never going to be a useful adult in the future. So he has no time to be going out and playing anymore.
You have been doing all of this to our son without even listening to what I've had to say, right? And this is the result of it. Your son breaking down and failing his last test of the year. Kyle has started to avoid looking at you whenever you're both home together. Do you really think that's a good thing for either of you?
It's because you keep spoiling the kid that he's turned into an idiot. You are a failure as a mother for acting that way. The only two to blame here for his failures are you and him.
Why are you not able to think about the way your son feels? Looking at his face nowadays, he seems so hollow and sad. And when he even has to be in the same room as you, he freezes up and looks as though he's living in the gulag. You are the one who has failed at being a decent father for doing this to him.
I come from a family of very well-educated people. He was the one that started to dirty our reputation, so it's only right that he acts that way now. And now, I'm going to make sure he's aware of just how badly he screwed up. An idiot like him will no longer be my son.
I cannot believe you are taking things this far. The fact that you even have the nerve to say something like that is far beyond me.
I'm just being honest about things. There's no way my son should be that stupid. Could that be because he's not my son at all? Ha ha ha.
You asshole. I'm done talking to you. Don't even bother coming home tonight. I don't want to see your face anymore.
That's the way I feel about you now, too. I'll go find myself a hotel to stay at tonight, and then I'll be going right back into work tomorrow.
Please do that. And while you're at it, work on calming yourself down a little so that I'll allow you to come back home. I just want you to stop acting like such a jerk and maybe take a long second to think about your son for a change.
Harmony, I'm sorry about yesterday night. I became so upset then, I couldn't control everything I said. I'm sorry.
Were you able to take some time and think about how Kyle feels?
Yes, I was able to calm myself down after some time, and that's when I put some thought into him. I know now that what I had been doing to and saying about Kyle was very wrong, and I am sorry for all of that.
I don't want to ask this, but are you being serious about what you're saying right now? It's only been a day, yet you're already saying you've thought it all through and are sorry for everything?
I understand why you'd ask that, but I have really thought about a lot of things all night long. I know that I've been forcing you and Kyle to live with my views on how things should be run for a long time now. That's what I think now.
If you really have thought about all your wrongs, then I guess we're okay now. But it's only been 1 day since then, so I'm not sure just how much I can believe you.
And I can totally understand feeling that way. That's why I think the best way to go about this is by showing you that I've thought this all over and I'm sorry.
Showing me would be the easiest to understand. I'm sure for Kyle that would be the best way of getting him to forgive you as well. But what exactly do you plan to do that'll show the both of us that you're sorry and that you'll never do those things again? Saying you'll do something is the easy part, but actually doing said things will be far harder, right?
Well, to start, I'll make sure to show both of you that I really am sorry for last night. I understand that saying sorry is not much, but at the very least, it's a start.
I suppose that's true. And what else?
For the time being, I won't say anything about how Kyle studies. And I'll stop trying to avoid him as well. I'll make sure to be around him as a father and nothing else.
You are aware that both myself and Kyle are still not going to be able to trust you fully yet, right? I really hope you continue to just act as his father and nothing else.
I am the one that ended up corrupting my family's values. But I'll make sure that in order to change how I value my son, to work hard at that change every day.
I see. Well, that's really good to hear. I'm still not sure how well all of this is going to work out for you, but hearing you say that, it fills me with a tiny amount of hope. But just know that if things don't start to change with you, then I'll have to put in a lot more thought about you as well.
A lot more thought about me?
Listen, Duncan, in all honesty, I was starting to think that if you didn't get your behavior together after last night, then I'd have to divorce you.
What? Are you serious?
That's how badly the way you've been treating our son has impacted me. And that's why I thought to myself, if you weren't going to change for the better, that I'd have to do something about it. And a divorce was the plan.
Wait, but something like that? You can't be that serious about a divorce.
You have learned what you've done wrong and are going to start changing now, right? So then there's really nothing to worry about anymore.
I understand that, but I just felt like things came too close there then.
I want you to know that you shouldn't feel safe just yet. Next time something like yesterday happens, I'm not even going to think about whether or not to divorce you. That next time, I'll choose that option almost immediately.
Understood. So this means that I really did something terrible yesterday. I will keep note of that.
As long as you don't forget about what I've said just now, then we'll be all right. Now I have to start getting into work here. You have work yourself now, right? I think it's time for you to start heading in.
Well, about that. I was thinking about making some time for Kyle today, so I went and took the day off. I feel that in order to get you both to trust me again, it's better to start now than later.
Wait, but today Kyle has school. You knew that, right?
I'm sorry, but I'll have him come home from school today. Then him and I can spend the whole day together.
Just the two of you? That doesn't make me feel too comfortable. I'm a little bit worried about how he might feel around you still.
I told you that today my mom would be coming over, right? I'll have her come a little sooner to be around us. Then it will be just the three of us and not just Kyle and I. That should be fine, right?
Well, if your mom is there, I suppose it's fine. But you better not say or do anything wrong to Kyle then. You understand what would happen if you do anything to him, right?
I understand very well what'll happen. I told you that I thought about everything, and that I'm very sorry now, right? You can at least trust me a little bit with that, all right?
I'm going to talk with your mom about this just for my own heart's sake.
If you're still that worried, then go right ahead. Now, can you call Kyle's school and tell them that he'll be staying home today? I'll be home in a few to take care of him.
Juliana, excuse me. I was finally able to take my lunch and get my phone. How have Duncan and Kyle been today? Harmony! Oh, thank goodness! I was just about to start trying to get a hold of you. What's going on there? Kyle fell down the stairs at your place. We had an ambulance called for him, and right now he's in the hospital. What? He's in the hospital? How is Kyle doing right now? Is he going to be all right? He still isn't woken back up. Right now, the doctor is with him in the ICU and working on him. Harmony, you need to hurry up and come here quickly. Of course, I'll be right over there. Duncan is there with you guys as well, right? I haven't been able to get anything from Duncan all day. I tried texting him, and then I tried calling him, and he's replied to neither of those things. Today, Duncan and Kyle were both together, right? Do you have any idea where he went? Actually, I only just made it over a little bit ago. When I arrived at the apartment building, the ambulance was already there and I saw Kyle being taken out. I'm not sure what happened with Duncan, but I knew I needed to focus on Kyle for the time being. But this morning when I spoke with you, you said you'd be over to the house as soon as you could, right? And, well, after I was on the phone with you, I got a call from Duncan. He told me it'd be better for me to come around noon. All right, I see. Well, for the time being, let's just forget about Duncan then. Right now, we have to be focused on how Kyle is doing. That's right. So please, get here as quickly as you can. Yes, I'm working on that right now. I'll be there really soon. I am beyond shocked. Why are you in the same hospital as Kyle right now? Your mom was telling me the whole time that she wasn't able to get any kind of a response from you.
There was no way I could get back to her during everything. I was being taken into the hospital at the time and didn't know where I placed my phone.
I understand that, Duncan, but tell me why things turned out this way. Not only is Kyle in the hospital, but you are too? Something has gone very wrong here, and I want to know what happened.
You're telling me? I never thought that Kyle would ever do something as crazy as he did. How could that kid even be considered my son at this point? He is messed up.
Kyle is... What did Kyle do?
Before we talk about that, there's something I have to ask you. How is Kyle doing right now? Right now you were with him, making sure he is doing okay, right? Has he woken up or anything yet?
Well, at this point, he is still being cared for by the doctors and nurses. He had a terrible fall down the stairwell at the apartment building. Luckily, there were not too many other injuries to the rest of his body besides his head, but it will take a lot of time before he can be released.
I see. Well, at least he's still not in life-threatening condition.
But things are still not okay, Duncan. Kyle is still in that room and is barely even conscious.
And the only reason why you think things are worse than I do is because you have no idea what happened.
What happened then, Duncan?
On that day, him and I left the apartment to go and get something for lunch. But then, my mom told me she'd be coming to the apartment, so him and I started to head back. And as we were going up those stairs, he shoved me down them. I don't even want to think of him as my son anymore.
Kyle did that? Why would he do something like that to you?
I'm sure he was pissed about his final test results still. And just as I was getting around to realizing all the pain I'd caused him, this happened. I'm sorry, but I can't deal with you and that brat anymore.
Then what are you going to do?
Once he gets out of this hospital, I'll have my mom start taking care of him. Something like that actually happened between us. You shouldn't be against my choice, right?
Look, Duncan, you told me quite a few things just then that really make no sense at all to me. You're the jerk that pushed him down those stairs. Don't you dare blame my son for something you did ever again, you freak.
What? What's gotten into you, Harmony? What just happened?
Don't ask me what just happened. I was waiting for you to apologize to me for what you'd done, yet instead you started to tell me he pushed you down those stairs? How about you get some sleep before you start to say crap like that? Because so far the only words I'm hearing from your mouth are in your dreams.
Wait, no. I'm telling you the truth right now. Really? After that happened to me, you're still going to take the side of that brat? Look at the bigger picture for God's sake. What would be the point of me doing something like that to him?
I'm sure there are plenty of reasons for what you did. One of them being that he failed his final test.
And I told you that I didn't care about that anymore. I said that from here on out, I'd make things right between him and I. So why would I do something like that to him?
You've been wanting to do that to him, right? You wanted to show me just how sorry you were, right? And that meant you going home and abusing my little boy? You wanted him out of the family after he failed that test, and that's why you did that to him.
Huh? What are you going on about right now? Seriously? You're starting to go just as crazy as he is. I get that I'm not the perfect father, but I'm still his dad. I would never ever do anything that would harm my son.
And that's what I thought myself as well. I believed that no matter how much you hated your son, you would never do anything to hurt him. That's why I was okay in the end with you spending the day with him alone. Even though your mom was coming home later, I was going to be all right with it.
Right. And you still believe that? So stop saying such BS lies about me when you don't even have the evidence to back it up.
But the thing is, Duncan, I have the evidence. I have security footage of you clearly pushing our son down those stairs.
There's no way in hell you have something like that.
Well, unfortunately, I do. You might have never known about this, but a while back I had told you about how the apartment complex would be installing security cameras all throughout the building. And, well, they got all those cameras installed a few weeks ago.
They had cameras installed?
At first, the building owner was just talking about having them installed at the front entrance. But many people started to ask that they be installed at stairwells and elevators too. And that's how you were able to be caught clear as day shoving Kyle down those stairs.
That's just the camera's fault. I'm sure that the angling was just off and it made it seem as though I pushed him. And that's why you're blaming me for his fall now?
Are you serious?
Of course. And here's another thing. Even if I had pushed him down those stairs, then why did I end up falling down those stairs too? No matter how you try and frame all of this on me, what makes you think I'd force myself down those stairs too on my own?
As he was falling down the first step, he grabbed a hold of you and got you off balance, right? And that's how you ended up falling with him. It's all in that video, Duncan. Are you really going to continue trying to make up excuses against the hard evidence?
I told you that the camera's angle was bad. The video it took just made it seem as though I pushed him.
Then why were you telling your mom to wait until noon to come? Why couldn't she have just come first thing in the morning like she'd said?
That's because those things changed on my schedule, and I couldn't have her come in earlier in the day. I was just asking her to come later on for my sake.
Oh, is that so? So you're telling me that it was just a coincidence that you asked your mom to come right after your son pushed you down all those stairs? And then it was just a coincidence that the time she showed up was right as the ambulance arrived? That's pretty amazing how well everything lined up.
That's just how things played out, so stop trying to pick my brain over it. I'm telling you that I never expected my own flesh and blood to do such things to me. I don't want to tell the police or anything about this, but I'd like to distance myself from him. Shouldn't that be fine with you?
We'll see. I'm just a little stuck on the whole thing about how what Kyle has told me and what you're telling me is all completely different.
Huh? What Kyle's told you?
Did I not mention that? Kyle's awake. And that's who I learned about everything from first.
Kyle's the one that did all of this, so of course he'd lie about what happened.
This wasn't just what he told me, though. The police are totally agreeing with his story after they looked at the security footage. So are you going to keep telling me it was Kyle who did all of that to you?
The police? Did you actually? You called the police?
Well, after hearing Kyle's story, I had to make sure the criminal was taken care of. Anyway, whatever other excuses you have now can wait. The police would be more than happy to listen to them when they come to get you. They're already on their way to your room right now, so just hang tight.
Wait a second, Harmony. I am still healing right now. And also, if they take me away, you'll be in trouble yourself, right?
If you really weren't to blame for any of this, then why are you starting to get all worked up now? You can calm down and have a little chat with them is all. You seem to really think you did nothing wrong, so let's see if they can agree with that. Although I'm not too sure they will. After that, the police that arrived to talk with Duncan ended up taking him into custody and moved him out of the hospital. He didn't really get all too hurt anyway in his fall down those stairs and was only in the hospital to get some x-rays done, and that was it. So the doctors had no problem with the police taking him away and actually encouraged it after hearing about what he did to Kyle. After being taken into the police station, he was shown the footage of him pushing Kyle down the stairwell, and then asked one last time if he'd done it or not. At that point, he confessed, and with that, the police told him he wouldn't be going anywhere for some time and would have to get nice and comfortable in a jail cell. Of course, after all that Duncan had done to my little boy, this led to me divorcing him. I'm not sure what's happened to him since being locked up in a county jail, because I cannot be asked to go there and visit, so who knows if he's doing all right or not. The only thing I've heard about from the police is that he continues to blame Kyle for all that's happened, saying that if Kyle had never failed that simple test, he wouldn't be in jail. However, in my eyes, along with everyone else's, the education that one has means nothing when you never learned how to think about others and their feelings, and go to all lengths to cause harm to those that you chose not to understand. So, really, you could say that Kyle is even smarter than his own dad, and honestly, I completely agree with that now. After what had happened to him, Kyle had to spend a few weeks in the hospital as the doctors made sure his head was healing up okay. But after being released from there, he was then able to join some of his old friends and enjoy their summer break before he entered his first year as a middle schooler. Now he's in 7th grade, and so far has been excelling at all of his schoolwork, while also having some time to spend with his friends. It seems that even after all the things his dad did to him, both physically and mentally, Kyle is able to move on and enjoy his life, with none of that holding him back. And seeing that makes...
Mom, when are you getting home tonight? Today you're a bit later than usual though, right? Where did you end up going tonight?
What? Are you getting a little lonely or something?
I'm used to you not being home until later in the evening, but it's been a whole week now, and I thought that by tonight you'd be coming home. I'm not even lonely or anything either, but just worried about you.
Oh, so you've been worried about me. Well, don't worry anymore, because I'm not coming back home. I've given up on being your mother for good.
What? You're not coming back, Mom? So what, you're just gone forever now?
That's right. I am tired of having to live my life like I'm always being weighed down by something.
Are you talking about me, Mom?
Who else would I be talking about, Morgan? Having to look after a child for so long is a pain in my butt. And you all tend to cost a lot more money than you're worth, right? From now on, I'm going to be free of that hell and live my life the way I want to.
But I'm only in high school. You really think that I can take care of myself now without you?
You have always been doing things yourself in that house, right? So you just keep on doing what you're doing and you'll be all right. I've had you doing the chores since you were in elementary school as well, right? So it's in your blood, living all on your own.
I can do things like the chores and cooking, but what about things like paying the bills and what if I become sick or hurt? I can't do those things alone.
You are in high school now, so you'll be fine. I know for a fact that you'll be able to make some money and help yourself when you're sick, too.
But I still need to have someone acting as my parent or guardian. I'm not even 18 years old yet. Shoot, I'm not even 16.
Then how about you go to your old geezer's house or something? That guy is all alone as well and pretty lonely, so you two would be perfect for one another, right?
Please, don't ever call Grandpa an old geezer, Mom.
But he is an old geezer, so don't get so upset by that. He's old as hell, right? Oh.
Why the heck are you talking about him that way? He is literally the father of your dead husband, and you're going to talk about him as though you've hated him all along? He hasn't done anything to you.
That geezer always has something to say about me, and it's annoying. That's why I hate him. Always saying things like I'm an insensitive person, making me not want to even look at his face. It's been 5 years or so now since I've last seen him, right?
You left that man to take care of his own son's funeral because you never bothered to show any respect for Dad. You didn't even go to Dad's grave after he was buried, and that's what has led to Grandpa becoming worried about the person you are. No wonder he calls you insensitive sometimes, Mom.
The day your father died was the day that old geezer became a stranger to me again. Why the hell do I have to listen to all that crap from a complete stranger? That old jerk thinks he can tell me what to do with my life?
I think that he's really been worried about what's happened to you. Even before Dad passed away, you were always a bit troublesome and messy. You never find any balance in your life. And when it comes to work, you're always jumping from one job to the next.
He needs to learn when to shut the hell up. I hate his guts now for all that, but you still love him at least, right? So you should go and live with him and forget about me.
And what are you going to do from here on out, Mom?
For starters, I'm going to go live with the man I've been dating for a little while now.
What kind of man is he? You've dated a lot of people, so I'm not sure who you're with now.
Right now, the man I'm dating is the CEO of a construction company. Amazing, right?
So he has a lot of money? Why won't you bring me along with you?
I haven't told him anything about how I have a daughter at home. If I were to tell him that I've already had a child, then he might start to turn me away. That's how men are. They don't have any interest in women who have already been used.
I see. It's not that I don't want to go and live with Grandpa, but he lives a lot farther outside town, so it'll take me longer to get to and from school every day.
But it's not like you won't be able to make it to school at all, right? If you take the subway, then the bus, you can make it to school in 2 hours, right? If that's too long of a time for you, then change schools.
I can't change schools because there's nothing closer to where he lives, and I wouldn't want to anyway. I have tons of friends at the school I'm in now, and I want to graduate with all of them.
Well, then do your best to make it into school every day. The old geezer should still have some money on him, right? Ask him to buy you a bike or something to take to school. Or, better yet, a car.
I'm not even 16 yet. Aren't you going to become lonely without me, Mom?
Not at all. If anything, I'll be feeling refreshed and like I've never been family to any of you guys to begin with.
Well, I'm going to feel lonely. I'm going to miss you, Mom. I get that you've been out of the house a lot over the years, and I've been on my own most of the time. But you would always come home in the evenings sometimes. Yet, now you're saying that you're leaving me forever? I don't get how little time I've gotten to spend with you. You're still my mom.
Well, listen here, Missy. I feel as though giving birth to you was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. You kids all cost loads of money, so I would have been better off with a pet goldfish or something. I want to go back to the life I had when I was single and without a child.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I caused you all that trouble.
You damn well should be.
So this is really it between us then?
That's right. Let's both you and I forget about one another and move on with our lives now. I'm going to live life like I never had a husband or a kid before, all right? Long time no see, Morgan. Have you been doing all right?
What? Mom, it's been 5 years now, I think. Hi.
So, it's already been 5 years now, huh? It didn't feel like that long at all to me. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I've come back to town.
What town are you talking about? The town I'm living in? Why have you come here?
I'm back to come see you. That old geezer kicked the can, right?
He was not some old geezer. He was my grandpa, right? And if I remember this correctly, you didn't even bother to show up to his funeral, did you? I tried to message you and everything about it.
It doesn't have anything to do with that man. Why would I have to go to some random old geezer's funeral when I can't even remember what he looks like?
Well, you've always been that type of person.
So? How much did you end up getting from him?
How much of what?
I'm talking about the inheritance. That old geezer happened to have a bit of money on him still when he died, right?
So, after 5 years of never once replying to any of my texts or anything, you're finally back to talk about money? Jesus, Mom. I guess I should have known that that's what this would be about. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're out of luck there. I didn't get a single penny from Grandpa.
Huh? Did you just say you didn't get any money from him? Not even a penny? Oh, there's no way he didn't leave you with some of that good old cash he had saved up. The old fart ended up filing to be your guardian, right?
But he really did not leave me with a single cent.
Why the hell not? That geezer was always so in love with you and everything, yet he couldn't leave you with any of his frickin' money?
You're really just back talking to me for his money, Mom? Well, too bad, because there is none of that money to be found with me. And even if he did leave me with money, I would never hand any of it over to you.
Why not? I'm even offering to come there and live with you, all right? Why aren't you getting all excited about having your own mother back home?
You actually thought that I'd be happy to hear from you again? Absolutely no freaking way you thought that would happen, right?
What's going on here? Why aren't you happy? Before you were talking so much about how you still loved me no matter how often I was out of the house. Well, I'm coming back to you now and I want to live with you again. Your mother, that you love.
The day you left me for good and told me to move to Grandpa's was the day I lost all my feelings of love and joy towards you. And you told me this as well, didn't you? Let's both you and I forget about one another and move on with our lives now. That's why for the past 5 years I've been living my life like I never had a mom, and I will continue to do so.
My daughter would never say something like that. Are you really my little girl?
I am neither little or your girl anymore. I've become an adult. And from the rumors I've heard all about you, you have become an alcoholic and borrowed too much money, right? You are in need of money really badly now, and that's why you've come crawling back to me.
Don't call me a frickin' alcoholic.
Another thing I heard is that your liver is failing. And since you're now in crippling debt, there is nothing I want more from you than to go the hell away. Not only are you a mess now, but you're disgusting and miserable. And worst of all, you're selfish. But you've always been selfish. That's the type of person you are.
If you've known how I'm dying, then why haven't you been worrying about me?
Why should I have to worry about some complete stranger dying due to their own drinking? I do not want you in my life ever again, so go away.
Where the hell are you living right now, Morgan? There's not a single person living in this house now.
You actually went to that place? Right now that house is nothing more than an empty shack with only mice and insects living in it.
That old geezer, he didn't even give you the house or anything?
I made sure to sell all the things that he left me with. I had told him to sell his things if he wanted to, or to donate them or something because I didn't want any of it.
Why would you do that? Shouldn't you be taking all the money and things he had?
I was worried that if I got his money in his will, then my drunk and dying mom would come back and try to take it from me. I don't want anything to do with you at all. So when I went and sold everything after he died and donated all the money I received away, that way I wouldn't have leeches like you coming for me.
You are still in school, right? How do you plan to make it in life if you don't have any money? Had you just taken that money he was giving you, you'd be able to make it out debt-free. Oh, you're an idiot, a real dumbass.
You're saying that like I'm only just starting, but in reality, I'm almost done here. I've already found myself a company willing to hire me, and that means I'll be able to support myself no problem.
Well, until you start to actually make any money, what are you going to do?
I have money saved up from working part-time the past 5 years. And thanks to Grandpa, I was able to go to school on a major scholarship and with no debt at all. I don't need his money in order to survive, unlike some people.
You not taking that money is someday going to bite you in the ass, you know. Jeez. What the hell have you done? Had I been around, I would have never let you do something so stupid.
How about you quit acting like a rotten and spoiled child and think about something besides others' money? Had you been around when Grandpa passed away, all you would have done is take the money from him and use it to buy even more liquor. And then you'd be dead at this point because your liver would be totally wrecked. Not that it isn't already. Thank goodness I chose to donate all that money to people and organizations that actually need it.
You wasted all that money on a bunch of people you don't even know. Why the hell would you throw money like that away when you should be helping your family out with it?
Because the only family I had was Grandpa, and after he passed, there was nobody else to help. You said it yourself, right? That Grandpa was a stranger to you, and that you and I should just forget one another. So shut the hell up and stop whining already. And another thing, the fact that you came all the way back to that house means you're really trying to find me, right? I'm telling you right now that you're wasting your time, because I'm not ever going to help you.
What are you talking about? I just wanted to come and see how much my daughter has grown, that's all.
You just told me before that you wanted to come back and live with me, right? You are not going to change what you were just saying that easily. I'm not going to care for you. I can't. The moment I graduate, I'm moving very far away from here.
How far away is that?
I'm moving to Hong Kong.
You're going overseas?
The place that I'm being hired into is located in Hong Kong, so that's where I'll move to.
Can you even speak Chinese, though?
Everyone in the company speaks English, and they do so when in the office as well. And over time, I'll make sure to familiarize myself with Chinese.
What the hell?
I've already started to study some here in college. I've always wanted to travel and live overseas, and most of the companies I want to work for are located in China. And another reason for wanting to go is to be as far away from you as possible.
I thought that it would have only taken me a little time to get the old geezer's money. Have you been preparing for today all this time? You knew that someday I'd be back, and so you made sure to be ready to run?
All throughout high school, I was thinking about how to get away from you for good. What was the best way to completely sever ties to you? And the conclusion I came to was not having much money and to make sure that I got overseas before making a lot. I knew that there would be no way for you to get all the way across the world to find me.
How have you been planning this all out for 5 years? Do you really hate me that much? What the hell did that old bastard make you think of me?
Grandpa had nothing to do with this.
So far, it's clear to me that you've taken his side.
Well, of course I've taken his side. He was the one that took me in and cared for me for 5 years. You threw me away and told me that you've been better off without me. You really think I would have stayed on your side after all of that?
That old geezer told you all sorts of lies to make me look bad, didn't he? That's why you've become so crazed about getting away from me. You always loved me so much in the past. The fact that you're that cold now, it's not normal.
Grandpa played no part in this. The day you threw me away was also the day you helped open my eyes to the truth. You are not worth loving.
How dare you?
Today I'll be leaving the States in the evening. I'm going to start working on finding a house and getting furniture for it, so I'll be back soon. But since this is pretty much it for me as I move into my new life and everything, I thought I'd just take the time to say one last goodbye. Not that you deserve it or anything, but goodbye forever, Mom.
A disgusting and careless child like you can go rot in whatever country you'd like. I don't care about you anymore.
I will be back in the States every so often, but I'll make sure not to talk to you ever.
So you don't even care about the fact that I'm still dying? Oh, such an awful kid.
And why are you still sliding me like that? This is what you asked for after throwing me away 5 years ago. So please, by all means, enjoy the suffering you deserve. No need to waste time calling me names when you watch as your liver completely fails. Goodbye now, Mom.
I get it, all right? I'm sure that in the past I did leave you at home all the time to go out and have fun by myself. And I'm sure you saw me as the kind of woman that would go out and be a whore with all those men I kept going out with, right? But the only choice I had left was to do that with those men.
I know. After Dad had passed away, you were all on your own to raise your daughter and work full-time. That must have really shocked you to the core, right? Losing your husband just like that.
That's exactly right.
But no matter how much pain you were in or how lonely you felt, it does not absolve all the sins you committed to those around you. Stop trying to feel like a victim here.
Do you have any idea how I've really been feeling?
I know damn well how you felt after Dad's death. I lost my own mom just like that when you threw me away, but I didn't start acting like a spoiled brat and go out to have fun and burn through my money. I went and got a part-time job and started to study even harder at school and in college. Also that you throwing me away wouldn't affect my future self. Stop using Dad's death as an excuse for how terrible of an adult you were, because all that does is make you look even more of a toxic mess.
I've been trying so frickin' hard, though. Why do I have to sit here now and be lectured by you about how I lived?
Because I chose to live a life where I wouldn't be ashamed of myself. But what the hell did you do, Mom? You went out to drink loads of alcohol and get all your holes penetrated by men. And then years later, after realizing that you were dying, you came back to the daughter you told to get lost begging for money. Do you really think that both Dad and Grandpa, who are up in heaven watching you right now, are feeling sorry for you?
Those two are gone now. Stop talking about them like they should mean anything to me anymore.
In the past, I felt so sorry for you, Mom. That's why even when you'd be out of the house all day and night, and for days at a time, I never cared and I never ran away. But now that I've become an adult, I can finally say that I understand it all now. You are nothing more than a weak human.
How the hell am I weak? I have made it this far all by myself.
Everyone that loses a significant other to something like death can move on from it. That's the easy part of it all. The hard part, the part that requires strength, is moving on with life in a healthy manner. And you, Mom, have done the opposite of that.
I have been moving on in a healthy manner, though.
You would leave your daughter at home all the time to take care of herself, ever since elementary school. And you would go out to drink your feelings away or have another guy take them away for you. And then get yourself into extreme debt so that you'd have more money to go drink with until your liver began to give out. You're telling me that you've been carrying on with your life in a healthy manner after Dad's death?
You are still young, and you don't even have kids yet. You might still have hopes and dreams for your life, but that does not make you understand me.
Then maybe you should pull yourself together and continue living the way you have been. Because I've done a great job so far of making sure I carried on. I didn't even hope for much after you left either. I just wanted to make it through school and get myself a job. And here I am making it happen. The only thing I wish I could have changed, though, that isn't even possible. I wish I could have had a decent mom.
I would have been decent had your dad not died, though.
Look, there you go again using his death as an excuse, Mom. Stop using that as your one and only excuse for being a rotten human being that has done nothing at all for anyone. And know this, thanks to you, I know exactly how to never turn into a monster like you as I grow older.
You're calling me a monster now?
I have to because it's not even fair to everyone else to call you a human. Right now, the creature you are is an abomination.
Well, maybe I am an abomination then. So go right ahead and keep calling me names and talking down to me.
I don't like having to call my own mother a monster, but it's the only thing left to describe you as. If you see yourself as one, then at least we're finally on the same page here. But seriously, if you want to become something more, someone that is respectable, you have to do that yourself. Although, after all the crap you've done, that's going to be one hell of a climb. So maybe you are better off just staying where you're at.
Well, what the hell should I do, Morgan? I don't want to live life like this anymore. I'm already dying and in major debt. And my one and only piece of family is leaving me now, too.
The fact that you're only asking that question now is more than just disappointing. It's actually gut-wrenching. I have said all I can to you. There's nothing left for me to tell you now.
Wait, do we really have to say goodbye to one another forever now? Will I really never see you again?
5 years ago, the way you left me was just like this. You were the one wanting to leave me for good, and I was the one trying to cling on.
I know that.
There's nothing else I can say to you. You're going to have to figure things out by yourself. You don't have a daughter anymore, so it's all up to you now to how you live the rest of your dwindling life now. After that, I pretty much said goodbye to the life I had in the US and went on to start my next life living in Hong Kong. For a little while, I was working hard at both the company I joined and setting my home up just the way I liked it, so I never had time to think about my mom. The next time I went back to the States was around Christmas. I went to meet with a few of my dad's relatives for a bit, while also doing some paperwork that needed to be handled. And that's when I heard some news about my mom. Somehow, that woman actually went to see both my dad's and my grandpa's graves. She also went and said hi to some of my dad's relatives, which none of us ever expected to happen. After that, she started to turn her life around, and at the moment is working for a supermarket trying to make back whatever money needed to be paid to the banks. Perhaps those last few things I said to my mom are what drove her to take matters into her own hands, and in a good way. But although she is trying to get back on track, I'm not going to ever talk to her again. We both agreed to never think of one another again and move on with our lives, so there's no reason to go back and check on her myself. I just hope that she keeps it up and can one day call herself a semi-respectable adult. I'm going to continue with the life I've created for myself overseas, and do so never forgetting what both my dad and grandpa did for me.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.